So Harley-Davidson just announced the traditional Sportster, the one built and designed in the 50s, they carried through all these years, is going to be no more. We should discuss the reasons why, and it's not all Harley's fault. So welcome back to the channel, folks. If you're new here, welcome. Glad to have you. So unless you're a Harley person that's been living under a rock, all the announcements have been coming out about ending the Sportster. I've never owned a Sportster. I'm actually thinking about see if I could pick one up cheap right now. So what's going to happen to the Sportster market? Well, time will tell, but I think there's going to be a huge following for the traditional Sportsters. So I'm on my way down to the new Adrenaline Harley-Davidson. I think they got a few Sportsters down there, and they probably have a Nightster or two. And we should do a little comparison, but there's some reasons that you might not be aware of that the Sportster really went away, and also is tied to the why Victory went away. So let's get down there and see what they've got. Talk about this a little bit. Okay, well, I haven't been down here since the place is called Rossiter's. Apparently it's called Adrenaline. Take a left in here and go up the road a piece and into their parking lot. Well, looks like they got something going on today. Like a grand opening, I guess. Adrenaline Harley-Davidson. Yeah, there might be some bikes here. Let's go see if they got some Sportsters. Well, I still think the Sportster is one of the most beautiful bikes Harley ever made. We got a few of them here, and I wonder how long they'll last. So I'm thinking there's going to be this market where there are Harley backs that are not. Of course, they're going to have to back parts and stuff for the next 20 years. Man, these are beautiful bikes. I kind of hate it that they ended it, but that's the way things go. And the new ones. The Nightster is just a beautiful bike. If you didn't catch my review on the Nightster, I did one, I think it was at Thunder Beach. So, nice little trip down there to Adrenaline. You got quite a few Sportsters still there. I'm sure they're going to go up in price, actually. But we should all know what's happening behind the scenes. Believe it or not, the EU, a bunch of spineless, beta male bureaucrats, are trying to tell the entire world what they can ride, what they can drive. And it's really not the fault of the manufacturers, although they need to start standing up to them. But even Honda and Yamaha have had to add some actually end some models and add a couple of newer ones because they don't meet the E6 requirements or the E5. It wasn't, people saw Harley Davidson and Sportster sales in Europe. It's not because it wasn't selling, not because they're trying to end the lines, because they didn't meet the E5 requirements. That's the problem. And the same thing happened to Victory. Victory would have had to redesign and retool every motorcycle that they owned in order to sell them overseas. When you're a manufacturer like that, you cannot make a living on just selling in the US. Or maybe just in Asia, although Asia is following the European standards, which is kind of a shame. So you got a bunch of spineless bureaucrats and a 16-year-old girl who are trying to tell all of us what we can ride, what we can drive. Trying to get us out of anything that's internal combustion. Of course, any 12-year-old, 2 brain cells to rub together can tell you that the everything from the clothes you wear, shoes, that you drive, iPhones, it's all made out of petrochemicals. And wait till that grid crashes in Europe. Trying to stop the sale of anything internal combustion, motorcycles, cars, everything. And they're trying that in California, but California, they're also started telling people, yeah, I don't want you to charge your electric car at night because the grid's starting to crash. They're getting blackouts. What do they think is going to happen when they have to, they stop selling internal combustion engine cars? Well, everything goes dark. Why do we listen to these people? Why haven't, back in the old days, we would have ran those people out on a rail. As they should be doing now in California. Get rid of them. They're trying to tell us that CO2 is poison. Yeah, without it, we're all dead. So, try not to be too hard on Harley. I'm sure they would have loved to keep selling the old-time Sportster. Probably just wasn't up to them, wasn't feasible. They had to redesign it anyway because of the European standards. So there it is. A group of spineless bureaucrats telling the rest of the world what they can ride.